found this scrolling on social media. Let me know what y'all think about this.
A white woman was killed yesterday by a white man. This guy. She was a white woman that was killed by a white man. A white woman that was killed by a white man. Not by a black man. Not by an immigrant. Not by a drag queen attacking her in the bathroom. Not by the people that white women have been told to fear for generations. So they stay afraid and stay next to white men and uphold patriarchy and white supremacy to stay safe. She was killed by a white man operating inside a system that is supposedly supposed to protect her. And you can see that pivot coming from a mile away. And it's nasty. She's right. She is very right. She is saying that what they're doing is, yeah, we killed a white woman, but look at all these black men we got off the street. Look at this. We got thugs. I'm sorry there was one incident, but look at all the good we've done. And I want you to look at that photo because it's black men. And what has America done for centuries? They have made black men the monster. It has always been that white women need protection from black men. And that myth built laws. That myth justified lynchings. That myth made grown-ass white men attack young black men and deliver their bodies beaten and unrecognizable to their mothers. It fueled propaganda like Birth of a Nation. That movie, which just portrays black men as just big monsters there waiting for the white lady. And what have we learned with fascism in this administration? Whoever they point at and whatever they're saying, they're telling on themselves, right? So they've been saying they're the monsters. They want to rape our women. They want to get rid of our bloodline and all this other stuff when it's always been the white man. It taught white women that safety only comes by standing next to white men, no matter what they do, whether they abuse you or not. Yesterday, Loud and Proud showed the truth that history has tried to bury, that white men are the ones that kill us. White women are not primarily harmed by black men. No, they're not. No, they're not. We are harmed by white men, and we are harmed by systems that protect those white men that continue to do harm. When that harm happens, it's minimized. It's explained away. Yeah, so sorry we killed one of you, but looky here, we done good. America has always reframed their brutalization as necessary. That's what they're trying to do now, but we have all the videos, all of them, that show that this guy just shot a lady who was trying to get away. That's the part that America died, and we needed it to fucking die. Like, do you understand what's happening right now in history? Trump is changing it to where January 6th is looking like it's planned by the Democrats. And he's actively changing history for that to happen. And he is actively trying to change history about what happened with Renee Good. We are not observing history with them. We're observing myth making. We have a responsibility, especially if you fucking look like me, especially if you're a white lady. We don't get to hide behind the old story anymore.
Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section.
All right. Shalom, shalom. Keepers of sheep, Brother Kasha, back with another lesson. Lord's will, this video is edifying. All right. Before we begin, we'd like to first start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, in today's lesson, we titled, "We Told You the White Man Was the Wicked." All right, was the wicked one. And as you can see, today's lesson is inspired by the clip played at the beginning of the video. All right, so you have a so-called white woman, all right, basically doing a response to what happened to the white woman, Renee. What is her name? Hold on, Salakia. Renee Good.
It's earlier today.
Yeah, Renee Good, I believe. And Renee Nicole Good. She was killed by an ICE officer for supposedly trying to hit the officer with her car, and they shot and killed her. And this is put a lot of people in uproar, right? And especially the so-called white woman. All right, because this time you didn't have a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, black or white, black woman or man be killed. You had a so-called white woman who was killed. So this is putting a lot of people in uproar right now. All right, and it's basically like the woman said. All right, it's exposing the white man. All right, in his true nature. All right, him as being the monster. All right, the wicked. But, all right, it, the men of the Lord, all right, Lord willing, we part of their number. But we, all right, we've understood and we've understand, all right, that through scripture, all right, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, was prophesied to be the wicked one. Okay, he's always been the wicked one. All right, but through whitewashing, all right, through unrighteous decrees and laws and things of that nature, he has portrayed to be the kind, sweet, loving, all right, proud American that you once knew. Okay, but his true nature is the wicked. All right, his true nature is rape, robbery, and murder. All right, he's always done this. This has always been his go-to. All right, he did it to Gad, the so-called Native Americans. All right, he continues to do it today. All right, he invades countries. All right, with his military, he rape, rob, and murder them. All right, he makes everything upside down. All right, he oppresses the world. That's why Scripture says, rough to paraphrase it, we'll get it. We'll get it. All right, we won't even butcher it. Okay. When the wicked, when the righteous are in authority. All right. This is Proverbs 29:2. And it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, so you see the people in a state of mourning. All right, and not just the Israelites, not just so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, but the entire world. All right, see, including his own people. All right, again, Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, so you have the world in a state of mourning because why? The wicked, all right, they beareth rule. All right, and how does he beareth rule? By the sword. Okay. Real quick, I think it says that blessing is a sword. Because we're gonna get into who the wicked really is. Okay. This is Genesis 27. All right. And 38. We start at 37. It reads, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right, so the point is, it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live. All right, this is how this devil get down. Okay, this is how he is, become rich. All right, become wealthy. All right, become the ruler of the earth by the sword. Okay, of course it was given to him, but he took it by the sword. All right, by murder, by killing. Right. I have a couple more precepts. And once again, Lord will, this video is edifying. Right. So we have the wicked being exposed for the wicked. All right. Matter of fact, we'll grab some Psalms real quick just to back up that, the sword, all right, is being used by the Lord, all right, which is Esau, Edom. Okay, so-called white man. So this is Psalms 17, verse 13. And it reads, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right. So he says, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is who? So-called white man of today. All right. Esau, Edom, according to the scriptures, which is thy sword. All right. Meaning this devil, he's only good at killing. All right. This is his specialty. All right. This is his blessing. All right. Being able to be, because when you think about Esau, Edom, what is he good at? He's good at hunting, killing, setting traps. All right. Not only for animals, but for people. Okay. Psalms 55, verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right, so even with a smile on his face, this devil is good with a sword. He's good. All right, with he can kill you with a smile on his face. All right, he could kill you. All right, and you would never see it coming. You wouldn't expect it. All right, he can kill you, and that's what he does. He kills you. He kills you through what? Through the food, through the music, technology, religion. All right, different traditions of men. This is the way that this devil kills you. All right, and his sword also is a literal sword, but it's also a spiritual sword, because Esau Edom, although he's a carnal man, all right, but he has, power on the left hand through the spirit. All right. This is Psalms 37 and 12. It says the wicked plotted, because you got to understand, this devil, ultimately, all his work is witchcraft. All right. Meaning a lot of it is spiritual. While it is carnal, all right, a lot of it is spiritual. Okay. Psalms 37 and 12. And it reads, the wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. Okay, so this devil has plotted, or he has set up ways to kill you without even, using a literal sword. He has set up ways for you to kill yourself, all right, to kill each other. All right. His craftiness is become more crafty than, and that's what it said in Genesis. All right. Because this is the same spirit that was upon the serpent. Okay, this devil is crafty than any other beast. All right, more subtle than any other beast. Right. Let's get Isaiah. Isaiah 10 and verse 1, and it reads, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, all right, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." All right, and that's what this devil does. All right, so-called white man, he set up laws. All right, he set up, ways to oppress a man. All right, and a woman. All right, he promises certain benefits. All right, he promises certain, different achievements. All right, but you have to oppress the man or oppress the woman, or you have to sell your soul. All right, you have to sell out in this society. All right, to become rich, to become famous, to become wealthy. All right, and these are things that Jake they look for in this kingdom. They look for wealth, fame. All right, they don't look for true wisdom and understanding. Right. It says, Isaiah 10 and 1 again says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." That's right, man. It says, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. All right, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Meaning that he set it up where you were gonna need his system. You're gonna need him. You're gonna need his jobs. You're gonna need his food, his money. All right, he set it up where you're gonna need him and nothing else. All right, that's why he took the man out of the home. All right, he had the woman raise the children, and that's why you got all these YNs today. All right, he put the woman over the man, and that's why you have disorder. That's why you have so much. That's why you see the so-called black woman think she doesn't need a man. That's why she has become the enemy of the so-called black man. All right, through his philosophy, through his beast system. Right. Verse 3, it says, "And what will ye do in the day of visitation and the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee to help? And where will ye leave your glory?" All right, meaning the Lord's not going to let the devil get away. All right, he has to answer. Okay. Because this is like a trial. All right, the Lord has brought charges upon him. All right, and we're here to bring the evidence. All right, and not only us, but now the world. All right, is seeing this evidence. All right, the world is seeing this devil for who he is, the wicked. Okay, 2 Thessalonians 2, and we'll start at 1, and it reads, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as the day of Hamashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." All right, who is that man? All right, it says, "And the man of sin." Who is that man of sin? That is Esau, Edom, so-called white man. All right, because why? Because he rules. All right, by allowing sin. All right, by allowing people to sin. Okay, it says, "Whoso opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." Because we know the Most High, Yahweh, Basham Yahushua, will not allow sin. All right, but this devil allows it. Okay, he praises it. He pushes it. All right, and as the Most High pushes righteousness, all right, this devil pushes sin. Right. It says, "For whoso." Okay, we grab that 5. It says, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things." All right, so he's always been being revealed. All right, it's always been our job to reveal him. All right, to the world. Okay. It says, verse 6, "Because the devil, he hides behind what? He hides behind lands. All right, different religions, different cultures. All right, he doesn't identify as Esau. He doesn't identify as the wicked. All right, you wouldn't recognize him as the wicked. All right, but now he's being revealed for the wicked, and just like a snake, like a literal snake, different snakes they are able to camouflage. All right, they're able to camouflage to the different their setting. All right, whether they're in the grass, okay, or on a tree, or on the leaves, all right, or on rocks. All right, they're able to camouflage that way you don't recognize them or see them. Okay. It says, verse 6, "And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time." All right, so he's being revealed in his time. All right, this is his time. All right, he's showing you who he is. All right, because this is his nature. All right. Verse 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work, and only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." Verse 8. "And when," all right, it says, "and when, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right, so this devil has been revealed by who? By the men of the Lord. All right, because the Most High Yahweh Shah, he speaks to his prophets. So he's been revealed by the men of the Lord and by his actions, by his fruits, all right, by his works. And he also will be revealed at that day when the Lord comes to destroy him. All right, because then you will know, okay, this is a well-deserved judgment. All right, when the Lord destroys America, because now you have even his people seeing it. Not only just our people, but you have his own people seeing it. Okay. And we grab Mark 3:25 because you've seen his house is falling. And the Lord said, all right, let's get it. Except they're coming falling away first. All right. And we're seeing what? A falling away. We just grabbed it. Yeah. Verse 3, 2 Thessalonians 2:3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, so Mark 3:25 says, a house, and if a house be divided against itself, it cannot stand. All right, so the house of Edom, so-called white man, is being divided. Okay. And if Satan rise up against Satan and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. All right. So this is the devil's end. All right. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it, of he that followeth. All right. Of course, okay, we're able to identify this devil by his wicked works. So we'll grab to the second, Ezra 16, verse 70. Verse 71, and it reads, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. All right, so ultimately this devil is coming down on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelites. All right, and again, we grabbed that for Jacob is the end of Esau is the end of the world. All right, because we're at the end of his rulership. All right, we're at the end of wickedness. Okay, wickedness has had its his way in the world, but we're at the end of that. So this is 2 Ezra 6:9, and it reads, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so we know in order, all right, for for Jacob to have his beginning, all right, Esau has to have his end. Okay, so don't be afraid, all right, because we are at the end. All right, so with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying. And again, until next time, I'd like to close out by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect.